Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 54 to Pittsburgh. 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Walker. Catch made by Slayton. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Walker. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. D. Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Screen pass to Connor.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Walker toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Brady going to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run here with Connor. And some room to run now. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Second down and inches. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Throwing on first down is Brady. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, Jacobs. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
You got it. You got it.
10-0 to score after one on EA Sports.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. Hey, 66. Hey, check it.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check 43. Check 4. Check 4. Check it. Reload.
Shotgun now for Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Seibert's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Walker. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football. And he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
So after the INT, it's Brady going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A run with Conner on 1st down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it here with Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
A gain of 13 yards.
Right there, 54 miles. Stop that line.
Walker now throwing on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
A gain of 13 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Hooked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 72. Check your hot read. Check.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Down to the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Walker operating from the gun. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2 for 1 without ever even giving up the football. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Go Bandit.
Throwing again. Brady. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
Wait, set. 380. Right 51. Go. Check nickel. Second.
From midfield, here's Brady. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do? And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Ozzy.
To throw again. Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Seibert able to knock this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Walker. Off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Check it. Hey, foxtrot, sugar.
Brady now to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Alert.
58's the money.
72.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready? He's checking.
72.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Powering his way forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
Hold 50. 28.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Pass incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. 3rd down here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Bandit. Watch out.
From the gun, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Walker from the gun. He'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
He's crashing.
Check it, reload.
Check 52.
72. Hey, hut.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, 66.
Brings up second and 9.
Check three, check
At the
three, check
4-yard line.
three. Shit.
53's in now.
Shit.
Hey, Alabama.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Go Bandit. Regular.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Pick, baby.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Watch twist.
Alert. Easy. When he hits.
Operating from the gun. Brady throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Wait, 29. Alpha.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. At 58 is a mic. Go.
Let's go on. No, 66.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Alert.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Austin. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Walker, operating from the gun, looking deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Walker. Got a man, Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Falcons.
Tighten up.
They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Johnson was the intent. Receiver. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Regular. Hey, check it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Brady to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Brady. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Where's 52? Block 52. 51.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Again, a run with Connor.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third and 4. Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
72.
Turn up.
Check it, reload.
On first down, Jacobs. John Simon in on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Cardinals on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's third and 3.
Switch.
Alert.
Operating from the gun, Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the gun, Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Let's go, baby.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Cousins. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a carry for Jacobs, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Showing it, showing it.
Hey, ball 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Cousins. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 16. First down Falcons. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Cousins the thrower. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run by Connor on first down and a good one as he'll get about 7 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 36, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Cardinals, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.